3D stencil fiber paste, and I am spreading it out onto a plastic bag with this palette knife. And you can sort of make it any size that you want to make. I am just kind of making it to the size, or maybe even a little bit oversized for my book cover, but you can do whatever you want. So spread it out nice and thin, and then I'm just kind of cinching in the sides a little bit so that it's evident, where the sides are, and they are nice and sturdy. You can see I just pulled the bottom down a little bit so that it gave it a little bit of a ragged, shaggy look. So now you're going to let this dry, and let it dry like I let it dry overnight. So let it dry completely. And then you can peel it right off of the plastic. It is so unbelievably cool. And because it's fiber paste, it really has the texture, the feel, and the look of handmade paper. But you can see how plastic it looks on the other side, right? Look at that. It's so awesome. Then you can take this and you can cover it with paint, pastels, inks, sprays, whatever you want. So I'm just going to cut the cover off of this, and then I'm actually going to save the cover because you can use this for a substrate later, right? So I'll just save the cover and I can use that for something else later. And now I'm going to figure out how I want to attach my handmade paper to this book. And you can see here too, I also pulled off the paper over the spine just because, it was loose, and I actually like the look of that a whole lot better. So this book was, it was loosely bound for some of the pages, and it's pretty old, so I just pulled those pages that were falling off. I just pulled them off. So then I'm just taking my handmade paper and just kind of fitting it over. And you can see here that I actually used some Pan Pastels to make some color in the background, and then I put on some rub-on transfers. And so I covered up the name of the book with a palette knife and some heavy gesso. And it doesn't matter what this looks like because my paper is going to go right on top of it. I just wanted to kind of cover up what was already there and make it look all uniform underneath. So now I'm just loosely cutting this doily, and at first I thought I would want the whole thing on there to cover up the whole front of the book underneath my handmade paper, but I decided that I just wanted it on the spine and to reach around because I can go and attach some other things on the back. So I'm not actually gluing it all the way down on the spine itself. I'm gluing it down on the inside cover, and you'll see that that flap is loose with the doily over the spine. And so now I'm just grabbing some Eileen's tacky glue, and I'm going to put a whole big pile down underneath, and then I'm just going to glue on my handmade paper cover. So I let this dry completely, and you see that flap is still open, right? That gives me the ability to do whatever I want on the back, and if I want something underneath that on the spine, I can do that as well. So I've left that open, and I can discover that another day. And so I really love how this is looking, And this is just a play journal for me. It's a place where I just explore and discover my mediums, and I just love it. So making the cover my own just absolutely helps me feed my hunger for creativity. And these books are so cheap. I probably got this for $1, and you can probably get them for 25 cents if you hit the right garage sale. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope to see your handmade paper, and please let me know what you thought about this tutorial.